Good afternoon, family. Welcome. I see DOD's in the house. Thank you for being here. This is going to be a discussion. I'm going to invite people like an open discussion. This is just a talk. Oh, there you go. I hope you can hear me. Let me make sure my sound and stuff is fixed. Right. And then I got to run and do some. Yeah, I'm good. Okay. This is a discussion about Christendom. Christendom. About how when we're taught some of the things that we've been taught, instead of allowing us to grow in our minds, it has stomped us in a place that it's meant to do it's doing what it was meant to do. And that is to take away the people's power and substitute it for something that is not even real, for something that will not work for them, but they will become frustrated in. But then that thing will say, um, well, that's their belief. Just like when people were going around calling people um, conspiracy theorists. Now, back then, they have a thing where they say, well, they have a right to believe how they want to believe. But what is belief? Is belief a healthy thing for us as a people? Have we learned anything thus far in our lives, in the world around us? Or are we going to continue to allow people to put us, people that don't mean no what good towards us, to keep us in this dumbed down state, and not allow us to grow out, to become the power over our own lives? Because the way I see it, the power of people has been stripped. It has truly been stripped. And it's been stripped because certain type of knowledge has been hidden from us. Now we're going to just look at some nuances in Christianity. So wait, hold on, family. Hey there, Trio Diaz. Welcome. All right, let's get into a few things here. So, the book, the good book, it is fairly young. A lot of ideas that, the, first of all, it's in English. English did not exist a few times back ago. English did not exist until like the 16, no, no earlier than the 1600s. Wait, let me see. As we know English, at least as we know English, it has grown. It has grown since then because it was part of the native Black people that were in this country's language, because we also had Latin and a whole host of other languages, and every language builds off of dialects and other languages. So the original language helped, is like the foundation of English. I can't remember what I read about it, but I can't remember what they called it. But it's the foundation for the way we speak over here now, not English over in Brooklyn. I mean, over in Britain. Forgive me. Even though it's some of that, but you got to realize the people did trade. The people traded, and they knew they had to trade with many people that spoke many languages, right? So, and on different land masses. Trade in the world was peaceful then. It was none of this craziness we have today. Some of it was because who. But I'm saying during the time that the Moors, the Black people, run the world, it was peaceful up to a certain point in time. And we did have a trade language, so everybody can understand what everybody's saying. Um, so the world is not the way we've been taught it was. Christendom. Let's get into it. Okay, so the book, the good book, was inspired. Let's say inspired, or maybe they did translate it. They translated it from another language, another thought process, another point of view of life, of the world around us. So when they translated it into a different point of view, a different way of seeing the world around us. But it's a slight difference. It's a slight difference because a lot of the things still would mean the same. But also we have to and in some cases, maybe some things have been clarified too. So we have to take in consideration that our thinking now was not the exact same thinking then. And that manipulation, because we got to realize our libraries got destroyed. A lot of things knowledge about ourselves as Nubian people on the planet has been confiscated and hidden from us as a people. So this opened the doorway for manipulation to walk right through. So manipulation walked through and found a way to make life easy on itself. And through use of moralism and the Bible, they were able to take a people who were wiped of all their knowledge of themselves and feed them a new knowledge that would harm them, that would weaken them, put them in a state of belief, a state of belief. And they knew that when they changed the education, that when they did this, they processed the process and the whole setup, the whole system for the education was also to keep us dumbed down, where we wouldn't be able to decipher the Bible. That's why people are in so many different religions and they're confounded. This was the plan, is to confound the people, to control the people, to have them, to surrender them weak, to weaken their resolve and still all their energy and have it going into something instead of themselves. To have them thinking, same way with the money system. Same way with the money system. No different. It's always to control us, confound us. And we think this is the way. So the type of education we were supposed to have was the knowledge of self. And that was an important education that we were supposed to have. But let me tell you, now they have been able to use this Bible as a blueprint for what they want to use it for. And, I had a Christian, I used to be a Christian, but so no one could really put anything past me, although they tried to. Especially with the, I'm going to pray for you. I know you don't like it, but I'm still going to do it. And the, you're going to realize you're going to need something that is not even real to me. And it shouldn't be real to them either, if they were aware of it. But if you don't know, what the illusion is compared to the reality, and someone has totally put your world upside down, then, I can understand it. I understand it. Their world has been turned upside down. They don't know nothing else other than. But there are people in Africa. They have greats that are probably still around, that probably told stories and passed down stories before a Christian came along. But they think that those things are taboo, and they think less of their ancestors. They think their ancestors weren't educated. They were pagans. They were, and like pagan people were the lowest. No, pagan people were the greatest. Right now, I wanted my book. This is my book title coming up. They live off our greatness, I should say. They live off our greatness. They live off our greatness. But they have lived off our greatness. We don't even know who we are. But I don't give a damn about they. Not today. I'm going to say they, we, you, them, as much as I can today on this broadcast here. That water is so good. So, if you don't know, they live off our greatness. And our greatness, we're just like genies in the bottle. And it's wearing off. It's wearing off. You can't keep what the Christians call blessings, which means blood. So that is very, very, very useful in this point. You can't use your blessings and abuse them and expect to keep continuing being blessed. You just can't do it. It doesn't work like that. You can't keep the ones who descended from greatness, who have brought greatness, who will also ascend into greatness, locked down. Locked down while you try to reach heaven. The Bible, she told me that everything the Bible says is happening now. Of course. Of course. But that's not what it means. That's what these people in a certain time planned out for their agenda, and they passed down to their descendants. And they did it through the Bible. Everything they did it through the Bible. So what I think is a Christendom is you're not seeing that this stuff, there's other stuff that predates the Bible that means something to a certain group of people who have been through the transatlantic slave trade and more, who have been through over and over again trifling acts from another group of people who actually took the book and they did the whole entire book in a whole entire way that when you can still you can still you can still get the gist of what it is telling you from the ancient, but you can also see that it was also used as a blueprint for today, up to today. And it's also used as a manipulation tool to keep you from knowing the other side of the Bible, of what the Bible is saying. See, I don't knock the good book. I was going to burn it at one time on my Facebook, have a Facebook Bible burning. But the spirits said, girl, don't you do that. You're going to need that valuable information. I have a Quran. That's valuable information. Everything is valuable information. Never burn a book. Don't be like them. They burned our libraries. They took what they can take. And they know a whole lot about us than we know about ourselves. So, therefore, Christians today think God is on his way. Because they planned it like that. They wanted the world to be Christians. Ain't that why they did the Christian crusades, to kill people if they didn't accept it? If they couldn't make you be a Christian, maybe you would be a Muslim. Maybe you'd be a Buddhist. Maybe you look for your divinity in something outside yourself that would hinder you, because you would not know not. You would know not to harm yourself, to put yourself in a predicament. So I charge the church with allowing evil in the world. I charge the church for bringing evil into the people. Manipulation, deception, simply because you took and robbed the people of their greatness and you put it into idols. Idols! You with the soul are real. You without the soul ain't real. You have to reach within you for all you need. Dang. I wish I had a gavel like Sister Vicky Dillard. Gavel. You are the ultimate power. You always been the power. Oh, You control it all. You know you do. But they told you something else outside of you controls it. No, don't you dare. You were chastised the wrong way. You were brought up the wrong way. You were taught the wrong way. You were trained the wrong way. So you see the wrong way. You see the wrong way. And our hands are tied behind our backs while they do the wrong things on our planet, on our earth. Because we know not what we are. Mm-mm. They tied our hands behind our backs, blindfolded us, and shackled our legs. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. They surrendered us. They made us weak. So they can do their plans. So they can do their plans. But she said to me, mm-mm-mm. Let me get what she said to me. Hold on. Yeah, I'm still looking for the message. Hey, Rautel. I'm still looking for the message. It was on somebody's video. We were talking about how it's a good subject because it's a good subject to. It's actually good to help clarify what I'm saying. What I'm talking about. Because it's talking about raising a child or being proud to be pregnant, but you don't have no man. Being proud to be pregnant, but you rather raise a child who has masculine and feminine, but just you. Just you. You are using your powers to destroy a new child's need to have masculine and feminine in this world. So you're already breaking down the child before they get started. Path and putting a roadblock in front of them. So we were talking about that. But I let them know that I'm not religious. And she said, what was she saying? Like, I wasn't a Christian ever in my life. I was a Christian before. I was a Hebrew Israelite before. I almost was Muslim before because I lived amongst them. And it's easy to get influenced by everything, especially when you feel like you have nothing. And you were soul searching. So you wanted something. I wanted something. But it's hard to get into the Muslim faith as a American female. It's very difficult. At least they made it for me. When I went to the Sheikh, I think it is, or they told me I had to really, really look into it, really, really search, really, really understand what I'm asking to get into. And then he kindly let me know that my God isn't your God. And that was being honest. Honest. I'm trying to find this message. It shouldn't have been that long. What happened to it? Let me see. My notifications. And I forgot whose thing I was on. Let me go back and look at it like this. Single parent. Oh. But children need both energies. Our children need both energies. It is very hard to be out here and living in one energy. Okay. I think that's the one where he was talking. Yeah, that's the one where he was talking about. If you're not. Oh. And if you think you can walk, see, we're a group of people who. We are a group of people who don't have our identity. And without the identity, people can come and take advantage of that. And people have come and taken advantage of that. Okay, it was this video. I got it. I found it. This is what it says. She says, "Trust me, sis. You're going to deal with it pretty soon, whether you like it or not. Everything in the Bible has come true. Never too late to turn to Jesus. Can somebody say Jesus? Well, God has made many mistakes on the planet. Many, many mistakes. Because God doesn't know himself, herself. Jesus. Can I get an amen? Amen. Jesus, like my 6-year-old says, amen. So, which is an idol, because we never met this man a day in our lives. If he's not connected to you and you don't have a connection, why do you force a connection? See, that's our problem. We're forcing connection with things that don't mean us no good. If you don't feel it, don't force it. Don't fake the funk on your energies and frequencies. Don't fake the funk with that. That's why a lot of people end up dead. That's why a lot of our people end up dead. Because they faking the funk and they don't know it. They don't know it. It's all about that generator, operator, destroyer. It's not about a happy white man and the clear blue skies, the friendly skies. No, it's not about that, because that's an illusion. That's a lie. Like a whole lot of things. We look up to the sky, we're looking at a lie. But you have the ability to see your truth when you look up to the sky. Did you know that? That eventually, when we open our eye, to our surprise, we see the whole big pie. But because somebody told them that there would be a man coming to their salvation, and it's just like these men who talk to these young girls or kidnap them because they're around somebody they know and they trust, but they end up getting kidnapped and taken away. What kind of energy is that? That is the lack of knowledge. That child never had an opportunity, or her parents never took the opportunity to tell her to trust her gut or listen within herself. Discernment. I hear discernment a lot in Christianity, but do they really use discernment, or are they just using discernment for the scriptures? You should use discernment. And all those emotions that they called, they told us these emotions were, I feel sad, I feel mad, you're feeling some kind of way for a reason. You have to figure it out. Why am I feeling some kind of way all of a sudden? Jesus, please tell me. But that Jesus outside of you ain't gonna cut it. They're not, you gotta trust self. You gotta listen to self. That's all it is. That's all you got. And that's a lot more than what you think you got with Jesus. Because look, these kidnappers, these sex slaves, these people that enslave people, they whispered in your ears nice things about a sweet man called Jesus and told you he was God. But then he called out to God, got you all confused. Meanwhile, they're selling and killing you wholesale. And they got you destroying your life. Because remember, they taught you in the most lowest, dumbed down manner. Then they robbed you of economics because they stole all your riches. And forced your hand. But meanwhile, they kept you in check with Christianity, with Christ, with a Christ outside of self. Because they want to save humanity. They want to save humanity. So you are a foot soldier for those who want to save humanity. But then the nuance is in the physical world, you want to save humanity, but in the spiritual world, you want to destroy all spirituality. You want to destroy the soul. Hold on. That was the plan all along. So when you see the chakra colors in the sky, when you see that the Bible was trying to do the opposite, save the soul, destroy humanity, but save the souls. And Christianity wants to save humanity and destroy your souls. Hey, Bench Thinker, welcome. And James King. And this was the plan. This is part of the plan for us to attack and continue to attack ourselves. And all in the name of saving humanity that lives off of and kills and destroys the soul. So the foot soldiers, the Christians, they were lied to, manipulated. They think they're saving souls, but no, they're put here to save humanity. It's all been a game played on the mind. But they do not know that there is a higher power within the people that will not allow that to happen. But we will allow humanity to be destroyed. But I saw a lot of souls being saved and pulled from out of the rubbish, out of the madness, out from the chaos. Let me get to some of y'all's comments. Okay. DOD said, peace. Thank you for being here, DOD. Thank you, brother. And I did share the link. If anyone wants to come up and speak, you're more than welcome. Trio Diaz said, peace. Then El God, thank you for being here. 3 Abrahamic religions. We got Judaism, Islam, and Christianity. Yes, exactly. All right. Hi, chat brother. DOD. Hello. Yeah, that's James King. And thank you for being here, James King. Yes. They be two evils, my sister. They light bearer. Thank you. And I love how you give me the accent so I can read in the accent. That's so great. Thank you, sister. Ratel, thank you so much. One within and day, other without. Overstanding. Yes, my sister. Yes. Thank you so much. Let's see. Yes, I love it. They give them gods so y'all will look outside yourself. Yes, to help in the teens, yeah, need. Then look within yourself. Exactly for what yeah want. Yes, I love it. Overstand. Yes. We got the power within us. And that is to keep us from self-reflecting, looking at what we can do better with ourselves, preventing things like single parents, because both the man and the woman are standing upright and they know what to do. They know what's right for them and conducive for them to move forward. They know they don't live by the sword. No need to, because the power within them, they're protected. They're just righteous. That's what you call it. Righteousness. Then made the God by using the word good. Yes. Oh, yes. Because did we have such language back then? No. But you know what happened? Nothing but goodness came out of what they try to make bad. Nothing but goodness is coming out. Just us is yes. That's the way I see Jesus. Yes, it's just us. That's the way I see it. And then Bench Thinker said, thumbs up. Yes. And thank you for that, Bench Thinker. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you so much. And don't, you can share the videos. Please share. Share, share, share. And then it says, humanity be a tribute of the humans. Yes, not the humans being seen. Exactly. 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 Because we are more. So that's, humanity is holding us hostage. So the destruction of humanity will be good for us, our people. Humanity is living off of our greatness. We build it up. How, like the brother said earlier, he said, what animal lives off of another animal? None. None. They kill them for survival, yes. But they don't live with them and make them have the children for them to feast off of. That's what they don't do. But this one is one wicked, 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 wicked. So, with that said, family, James King, what's the question mark? Was that for me or someone else? What's the question mark? All right, family, I'm going to close out because we get the nuances. And the main thing to get from it is that it was put out, these religious and ideas to stifle you from being your greatest. And we know, yes, they're using our humanity, our greatness for them to survive and live off of. You're right. So we got to destroy humanity. Because to destroy humanity and move on out of this, what we're stuck in. Because we're stuck in a stagnant situation where souls are being lost due to deception and manipulation and lies. They don't care. They don't care because they feel like it's the other way. They feel like Christianity is going to give everybody that nice clear blue sky of heaven. But that's not true. That's not the way it is. We have our rainbow within us. Our utopia within us. We have our utopia within us. And they telling us it's with them outside of us. How dare. How dare. All right. Peace and love and much chaos because we need chaos for our change. So this was a very short, well, I don't know if you can call it short. I guess it's a nice length video for you guys today. So with that said, always remember, family, in this time, true love, and we can feel it in our energies. We can feel it in our auras. Real peace and the higher self within us, our soul, our soul. Oh, keep being sad. Let me read. I think the God put out religions to civilize man, even though it done bad without it. There be more wars and killing. No, no, we're not part animals. Although we're in an animal vessel, but we're not animal. We're more. We're in the vessel for this place that we're existing in, but we're more. And we did have civilization before religions, before all the religions, we had civilization. And we were living very well. Very well. Hmm. Yes. Everybody was provided for. Everybody knew the knowledge. It was different. You're looking at things from your standpoint now, your experience now. But when you look back at your ancestors, when they tell you the stories, you know that you know the stories in your molecules, through your molecules, through your in within your soul, within yourself. You overstand and understand how it was. Animation. Hmm. Okay, I'll answer that. But I'm still looking at this question, this statement that you made. And seven times mankind is part animal. Yeah, that's why humanity must be destroyed. This is why humanity will be destroyed. Your very statement. Let me move on to your next one. You want me to define? Okay, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Animals. 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 Oh, define. Define animals. Animals. Okay, here we go. Let me share my screen and then you can see we work with one aim and unity, with one destiny and one love. We sing. Yes. Okay. Let me share my screen. Okay, I got the definition of animals up here. Okay, there you go. Let's look at this. A living organism that feeds on organic matter, typically having specialized sense organs and nervous system, and able to respond rapidly to stimuli. Wild animals adapt badly to a caged life. Relating to or characteristic of animals. See, then again, is it really what they're saying? You know, is it really what they're saying? It's like we call a cat, but what is it really a cat or just something we've been taught to call that thing? Um But this is way they defined it, and they tend to define everything, right? But a definition is really what you can write a definition of what you think something is. But I still say, to me, it's anything animated. We're not animated. Animated is you're under some kind of control of your. See, we have free will. We as Black people, we have free will. Not all creatures on the earth have free will. Not all creatures have free will. Some creatures are prisoners of their own needs. We have free will because we inherit the earth and naturally within us. We have a connection. Animation is something that is disconnected, not connected, but it's controlled. And Rawtel said, me people never ever teach me about no God. Me 63 years old now, and me mata still live overstand. Oh, that's so great, Rawtel. That's great. Yeah, you're still young. Who give you that book? Who made the words and meanings to cut his ways off? Exactly. Exactly. Yes. And then everything is consciousness. From a fly to an angel, we are no better than animals. We just operating at a higher frequency. Our past lives, we might have been an animal. I don't know if I agree on. No, we wouldn't been an animal because we wouldn't been on that frequency of an animal. You would never be on that frequency of an animal. You were what your ancestors were. That's where you were. That's why you have that connection. You were different. You were not any animal in your past life. Um, be careful what the matrix tell you, because a lot of it is to trick your mind, and your mind control everything. If you think you're an animal, then when you pass on, you might make yourself an animal. They mess with our minds and have us thinking things so that when we die, our people would be lost and go back to a light, because that's why you have this reincarnation thing, which I don't believe in either, because I'm not planning on coming back. I'm planning on going straight where I need to go, and that's into the darkness. But they have given you dreams and thoughts that will control you and have you programmed to think. So what we think is powerful, so we can make things happen. So when you think like this, you can make that happen for yourself. But if you don't agree with it, then it won't happen for you. But if you're agreeing with it, because if you're at a higher frequency, you're at a higher frequency than the animals. You would never come in contact with becoming on the animal level. Yes, okay, she says, yes, y'all are y'all ancestors. Exactly, Rotel. Thank you so much. I appreciate the conversation, you guys. This has been great. Yeah. Okay. Right. Everything is frequent vibration. If we wasn't connected to animals, we wouldn't share this planet with them. Well, not true. Not true. We are connected, but we're not on the frequency. We're not on the frequency of animals. We'll never be on the animal frequencies. Animals have different melanin than what we have. They have a different chemical balance than what we have. So does the Caucasian people. And anybody who mixes with the Caucasian people, you become a different frequency than what the black Nubian people are on. You get off your frequency onto a lower frequency. But this is the knowledge that we should had about ourselves. This is the knowledge we should have had a long time ago about ourselves. Then we wouldn't messed our path up. We wouldn't. But we do. We have learned a lot. We have learned a lot about what okay. Frequency is pretty much what are you operating on? Let me look it up. Define frequency.
Mommy, Raven's in my room.
Okay, y'all can see that, right? Oh, that was quick. Okay, here, let me read this. The rate at which a vibration occurs that constitutes a wave. We're on a whole different. We're 9, okay? 9 is our number. An animal, they're way down there. They don't necessarily have even though they have the male female, they don't have the ability to do the things we do. We have the ability to do. They don't have the ability, like the Caucasian doesn't have the ability to build a civilization on their own without using our greatness. That's what I've been talking about. They have to feed off of us for their humanity. So they have to destroy our humanity so they can have an humanity. Okay, the rate at which a vibration occurs that constitutes a wave, either in a material, as in sound waves, or in an electromagnetic field, as in radio waves and light, usually measured per second. Different thickness of glass will absorb different frequencies of sound. There. You got it? And then Ratel says some 3, some high as 6, like the Caucasoids. Uh-huh. Okay. He said IMO frequencies change within based on our own perspectives and daily vibrations. Exactly. Yep. You can either be in the low frequencies. When you're in the low frequencies, then you're transmitting and you're receiving some bad energies. That's when we're dealing with our life lessons. We can either go into making the mistake or we can prevent a mistake from happening at that point. You know, depends on the energies we allow around us also, or what kind of energies we're taking, what is influencing us in our lives, what is influencing, you know. In order for the universe to grow, one frequency has to grow into another first greater grows into a 12th grader. You have to walk before crawl before we was man, women, we was plant, rocks, animals. No, 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 not us. Not us. Hold on. You see, we are a soul. Don't be confused by the body, the suit that we wear. It's what's inside of us, not outside of us. We're dealing with the world. We came down here for an experience. In order to have this experience, we had to wear this suit. Mm-hmm. Right. So what happens is we're connected to the universe. So when the earth speeds back up, right now, the earth is changing. When it speeds back up, we will no longer be in these suits. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. So nobody wants to come up and talk. That's okay. If nobody wants to come up and talk, I appreciate the chat and us discussing. That's good. That's just as good. And thank you so much, James King. Thank you so much. And Ravel, tell you, thank you so much, sister. Y'all have both been active in the chat today with me, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, I really do. We're going to have to definitely continue the discussion on frequency and vibrations. Yeah, definitely. But I'm going to have to close out for the night so I can get ready to get me some rest. Much needed rest. So I did the gym today, family. I did the gym early this morning. I just didn't do the workout that I usually do, but I did do the elliptical. And I urge everyone, take care of you. Take care of you. Because I'm going to start doing stretches in the mornings with you guys. If you want to catch me doing stretches, we're going to start stretches because our flexibility is very critical. And taking care of our joints and our flexibility and all that's going to be critical. So I'm going to less jumping and more focus on the flexibility. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. And like I said, remember the higher self within the soul. Peace, family.